Well, a new twist in the chaos within the governing Liberals. New Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc tells local media in New Brunswick Mark Carney won't be joining the cabinet. LeBlanc has an event this morning in New Brunswick, and we will try to bring you his comments later on. Now, this news comes as more and more Liberal MPs call for Prime Minister Trudeau to resign, but it's not unanimous.
We're going to continue to insist that the Prime Minister does the right thing for the party, for the country, and step down.
I have confidence in him because he's a strong leader.
The sudden resignation of Chrystia Freeland has caused turmoil within the minority government, with some MPs openly calling for Trudeau to step aside. CTV News has learned a cabinet shuffle is still in the cards, possibly before the end of the week. Now let's bring in Scott Reid, our CTV News political commentator. Scott, thanks for joining us on what should be a kind of quiet week as we head into the Christmas break. Anything but.
No, this week's never ending, and we are stuck in permanent wait and don't see mode as people question, what will the Prime Minister do? Will he shuffle his cabinet? Will he resign? Will he prorogue Parliament? Or will he just do nothing? Will he just keep tick-tack whistling past the graveyard and acting as though nothing has occurred and there's no need to address any issues?
Are there any indicators that we might see a cabinet shuffle this week? And with Mark Carney, with LeBlanc saying Mark Carney's not coming in?
I think you can take it to the bank, so to speak, that Mark Carney will not be coming in. That's a definitive thing. He's not there. Dominic LeBlanc will be the finance minister. And yeah, the rumor is all over the place. But, you know, rumors count for nothing these days. But the rumor is all over the place that the Prime Minister is going to shuffle the cabinet probably tomorrow morning. And that poses a whole series of questions, Roger. Like, if you're going to shuffle the cabinet, which to a certain logic you need to, because so many ministers are double and triple stacked. Dominic LeBlanc has three incredibly important and powerful jobs right now: finance minister, intergovernmental affairs minister, and public safety. So it makes sense you'd shuffle your cabinet. But does that inherently mean, therefore, that you as Prime Minister intend to stay? How is it going to work if there's a cabinet shuffle tomorrow? What else will the Prime Minister say? Will he prorogue the House? Does he think that he can meet the House and survive through January and February as we watch the NDP's appetite for supporting the government begins to deteriorate? So it's a peculiar situation. And as we say, we're still sitting here waiting to have anything at all confirmed.
And I think a big question for a lot of people, a lot of Canadians, is Trudeau has said nothing about this to Canada.
That's right. And, you know, in some respects, this is a little bit par for the course for the Prime Minister. Very often when there is a crisis, particularly in an internal crisis with the government, he tends to just go to ground. And their modus operandi is to wink and smile and say, yep, everything's fine, strong, united team. A little bit of an acknowledgement, as he did the other night. Well, you know, sometimes families fight at Christmas, but we're all well and fine and we'll get through this. On the other hand, this is a full-blown, full-force crisis coming on the eve of Donald Trump's inauguration, potential tariffs. I think there is a great deal of dissatisfaction that the Prime Minister hasn't said anything. And I think the reason he hasn't addressed the country has to be that he's not certain what he wants to say. Because if he's going to address the country and say, I'm staying, then that's a big leap forward. And he has to ask himself, can I stay? Will I be able to withstand the pushback that will come? Will caucus revolt? Will cabinet ministers resign? How secure is his position? So I think silence tells us that he himself is not yet set on a course.
Okay. Scott, thank you as always for your insight. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Roger. Take care.